Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. This one is Pant Hell. So I started by cutting out these shapes, as you see here, they're triangular, out of a organza fabric from Spotlight. I think it's called Romance Organza. It doesn't matter what color this fabric is because it's going on the inside of the pants. I then sewed all of those vertical seams together to create the leg panels. And then I moved on to cutting out a circle skirt pant out of this fabric, which I'm calling the Elsa fabric because it's got snowflakes all over it. And then I also cut out the crotch seam thing there, as you can see in the corner. And yeah, that's basically how I did that. And then I also added the crotch seam to the inner organza layer, which is this dark blue one, so matching up the seams there and then sort of measuring using the Elsa fabric as a guide where the crotch will go, and then roughly cut that out as you see here. Yeah, this is all pretty improvised. My style is pretty improvised. Okay, now I needed a mannequin. First I inserted the cotton lawn pant layer into the inside of those organza layers, then pinned all of the waistband, and this is the part where I needed a dress form, so my friend has one, thank goodness. I started cutting away any excess fabric at the waist or any fabric that needed to be removed so it could fit over the hips, pinned at the waist and at the back, and then added the organza layers over the top of the cotton lining layer. And then I don't know, I had no idea what I was doing. Basically that's all I could get done at my friend's place, so moving on. Now, at my aunt's place, I sewed all of those layers together. Yeah, this is quite the task. It's a lot of fabric. I thought that I wanted a big, voluminous pant, so that's why I included the Elsa fabric. But as you will see later on, this was a mistake. Sewing the organza layer, the Elsa organza layer to all of this was a mistake. It was just way too big, but you will soon see how that looks on an actual human being later on. So yep, I burdened myself with the task of sewing all of these layers together. I did have to sew multiple lines to ensure everything was secure and laid quite flat. You know, you don't want too much bulk at the waist, so that's why I took my time with this. Don't do this. Okay, I think I'm almost done. Okay, and then I trimmed any excess fabric away from the waist. So all of this fabric would have sat above the waist. Oh, and I didn't actually attach the cotton lining layer at this stage. I think I did it now. Yeah, I think I roughly attached the cotton lining layer to the organza layers in this clip, I think. Okay, now for the first human try-on. As you can see, the pants are ginormous. I can't tell if that cotton lining layer is attached to the organza layers or not. I can't tell. As you can tell from the clip, you can definitely squat in the pants. And then I was basically just trying to get the placement of the waistband right across all of the layers within the pant, and then also the back closure, trying to get that to sit nice. I tried to move all of the fabric towards the back so it would create that elliptical skirt style shape, even though this is not a skirt. I thought it looked cool, and it does look cool, but as you will see, it's just not what I needed. But yes, it looked cool, it was too big. Now on to cutting the pants out of the main fabric. So this is the fabric that I dyed, and I only had 4 meters of this fabric to work with. I didn't have enough width in the fabric to create a circle skirt pants, so I cut out these shapes. I cut diagonally and then maximized the width of the hem as much as I could, and then sewed all of those vertical seams together to actually create the pant pattern leg thing. So this took a while because this is a very slinky fabric, and there were a lot of seams. So a lot of the seams that I sewed, I think there's around 3 seams on each inner leg of the pant, and because the pants are so wide, those seams are actually hidden just by the width of the fabric, essentially, because yeah, it's all gathered on the inner leg seam anyway, so that's where I tried to hide all of those seams so none of them could be seen. You know, there are no side seams or seams in the back or the front or anything like that. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, so that's the fashion fabric layer done, and back to the beast. This time trying it on a different human. So here I was trying to figure out even what to do with this fabric. I was like, do I put the pants over the top? I guess I do. And this is how they looked with the fashion fabric over the top, as well as another organza layer over the top, because I thought maybe I would do that. And then I sewed the fashion fabric to the beast. You'll see that later on this was also a mistake. And we're back at my place where we did another try on, this time with the bodice. So, I don't know, at this stage I felt like the fashion fabric just wasn't wide enough to lay nicely over the Elsa fabric layer, so you could see all the lumps and bumps through the fashion layer fabric. So then I decided to cut away the beast, which is the organza layers. As you can see here, chop chop chop, I did not like it, so away it goes. And then I decided to start again from the inner layers and working my way outwards. So starting with the cotton lining layer, pinned that in place, and then worked on putting in the dark blue organza layer and then the final fashion fabric over the top. And then originally I wasn't going to put an organza layer over the top of the fashion fabric, but I just didn't really like how the fashion fabric looked alone, so as you'll see in future videos, I do end up putting a pant overlay thing on top. And then just marking the hem and the waistband with Sharpie, literally. And that's it for this video. Make sure to check in next week to see whatever else I do on this costume. Okay, bye!